Multifamily Mindset
Podcast. Think bigger.
Aloha! Welcome to the Multifamily Mindset Podcast. Tyler, Deveraux, Jackson Campbell, back again.
I had it again. Another episode.
Guess who's back?
Back again, dude. Tyler and Jackson. We're back. It's us.
Tell a friend.
Good guess.
Seriously, though, tell a friend if you would.
Yeah.
It'd be very appreciated if you would just tell a friend about the podcast and share it with them. And, make sure that they listen. Make sure that they also share a friend.
Yeah, there you go.
Share a friend, tell a friend.
Tell a friend and share a friend.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
share a friend. If you have some friends that are bitching, share them too. That's
Yeah.
actually come on.
Dude, look at that.
That wasn't even planned.
No, dude, that's how you just let it flow into the topic for today is actually the importance of starting or how to
Or attending.
or attending or the importance of masterminds.
Yeah, sharing
Meetups.
friends.
Sharing friends, sharing relationships, sharing people
And creating new ones.
and creating new ones. I love it.
It's important. Okay, I hope you found some value from the episode. Go rate, review, and once again, share.
Also come to our peak partnership.
Which is a meetup mastermind event.
Yeah, it's the best one of the year, and you should definitely come. The link is in the description to buy the tickets. Definitely come to Peak Partnership.
110.
But let's dive in, dude. The importance of these meetups and these masterminds and why everybody holds them. Let's dive into it, dude, because I think there's a lot to unpack here. There's masterminds, meetups, and stuff popping up all over the time.
Yeah.
I see them popping up, just like people throwing them with like 10, 15 people. I love it. Shoot, we do one here at the office every Monday down at the food trucks. We meet up with all of the students here in Maui that want to meet up for lunch. We do it on Mondays. It's an important thing, dude. Why? Why are these meetups and these masterminds so important?
The meetups and masterminds are so important because it is so rare to have an opportunity where you're surrounded by a bunch of like-minded individuals who are pushing you to be better, who are pushing you to grow simply by the way they live their life.
Yeah.
And the people who attend meetups, the people who attend masterminds, the people who attend that kind of stuff are people who are hungry for growth and actively seeking growth in their lives, and that will also, without question, pass down to you.
Absolutely.
So it's a rarity, man, to be in a position like that and to have those opportunities. When you get those opportunities, take those opportunities, man.
Bro, you've been a part of masterminds. These aren't just meetups, right? These are paid masterminds that you go to. Tell us a little bit about those masterminds that you decide to partake in. Yeah, tell us a little bit about those and what those entail, but then I want to hear, like, obviously what you gain from those.
Getting in the room, dude. More than anything else, I always learn, dude. Learning is like a given. Unless you're just not paying attention.
Yeah.
Learning's a given. But it's getting in the room, bro. It's getting in the room. See, at every level, I want to be motivated to reach the new level. And at every level, well, dude, period. In life, I want to surround myself with people who are actively seeking growth. Okay. So being in a room like that, the energy is, and energy is real. Okay. Because energy, I'm not just talking about energy. Hey, I can go run through a wall. I'm talking about energy that creates thoughts, ideas that you wouldn't be able to create on your own. Yeah. See, I literally believe that dude, it's a principle. Napoleon Hill talks about masterminds and Napoleon Hill is that every other self-development book is a spin-off of Napoleon Hill's books. Mm-hmm. Like, I love, his books are amazing. And his principles, he has 4 keys to success that him and Carnegie define in one of my favorite books, which is How to Own Your Own Mind. And one of those is mastermind. I'll tell you the 4. Number 1 is the positive attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. Another one, surrounding yourself with people, a mastermind. Surrounding yourself with people that can open up doors for you or provide insights that you couldn't provide on your own. Yeah. And vice versa.
Yep.
Another one, number 3, is immediate action. Then another one, meaning immediate action in the direction of, is a key to success. And another one is definiteness of purpose. Actually knowing what you're trying to accomplish. So,
dude, you signed up for You signed up for Arte Syndicate. That's a mastermind group, right? Would you consider that a mastermind group?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Let's get specific here.
Okay.
And in that group with Andy Frisella, Ed Milet, what specifically have you gotten out of that mastermind group?
It's a business one.
Okay.
So
yeah,
awesome relationships. There's amazing people in that group. But honestly, it's a business mastermind, meaning Ed and Andy are high-level business owners. And so it's business strategies and tactics that have been great. And I learned so much from those. But do you want to know the most impactful part of it? Was when I paid even more money to go to the mastermind in St. Louis, and I got to go to Andy's house. There's a couple things, and his office, which is First Form. First Form products are phenomenal, by the way. If you don't, do you use those?
No.
Dude, First Form products they're protein, they're pre-workout, it's so good, man.
I'm still on the Power Up. Casey Fields.
Hey.
My boy.
Casey Fields is good too, but
Yeah.
First Form is better. But Casey, I love you too.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes, by the way, was when he was on.
Yeah, it's so
I seriously
good.
love that
He's
episode.
such a
When he was
beast,
talking about his
dude.
dad, love
Yeah,
it.
it's so good.
But going in to the First Form facility
Yeah.
and just seeing it and seeing the intentionality behind all of it was huge.
Yeah.
It impacted so much of what we did in the Orlando office and so much that I try to model, that we try to model from what I learned there. And dude, they've been doing it a lot longer. That's who I'm trying to model.
They're dialed for sure.
Bro. So it's incredible. But that was huge. That enhanced my view of possible. It also enhanced my view of culture. Like how to actually continue to create and embody and grow a culture. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Then going to his house, going into his garage, it enhanced my belief of what was possible. Like anytime that I can go in and taste something like that, somebody who's living at a level that's not just a little bit above me, a lot. Andy is massively successful. Ed is massively successful. And to be around them and understand a couple things. Number one, they're normal as hell. They're normal people. Very. That have done extraordinary things because they believe they can. And because they refuse to accept anything less than that. It helps me understand, like, okay, I can do this. Now, it's not downplaying their skill sets. It's not what that is. It's helping you. It's helping me understand that I can enhance my skill sets because they're normal people just like any of us. So being in rooms like that are huge.
Yeah.
Huge. To see them and learn from them, but also, man, to meet with and learn from those in the group. See, you go in, you don't necessarily know who's in the group. I know who Ed is. I know who Andy is.
Sure.
But then I start meeting other people. And you're like, man, people are amazing. Amazing. Creative. Like problem solvers. Like just incredible. So it enhances your belief on all that.
Dude, I think everything that you're saying right now I think it's so important that everybody take note of even you in these opportunities of these meetup opportunities and these mastermind opportunities. You're taking so much away from it. And it's stuff that everybody can take away from these opportunities. How do you prepare for these opportunities, Ty? Because you are very much in front of the room a lot of the time. You're very much in front of the room. You have very much a, you know what I mean, you're the CEO and co-founder of Multifamily Mindset and Multifamily Capital Partners, and there's a lot that comes with that, and you're in the front of the room leading the tour most of the time, teaching people and doing all that. How do you prepare yourself mentally, spiritually to be just to be able to receive those things in those moments and almost shift seats over to the learner rather than the teacher?
So this is something that I've learned the hard way because nobody told me and taught me how to go into those rooms.
Yeah.
I've just had to try to figure shit out when I go in those rooms. And it is a weird thing, dude. It is a weird thing. It was not hard. It was easier for me in the beginning stages, meaning I didn't have this identity that now felt like I was switching things, right? Because like, once again, to your point, for example, dude, the one that I went to in St. Louis, that was right after peak as an example. And so I'm like we go to peak and it's like, that's my event, our event. It's like, and then it's the reverse where I'm at someone else's event.
Yeah.
It was a weirder dynamic. It's like, I loved being the learner seat though.
Sure.
So this is what I'm saying when I'll tell you that
but you really have to shift identities there, dude. Like it's a completely different mindset. You have to go into things, right?
But that's what I want to hone in on. Because
Okay.
I'll tell you the mistake I made.
Yeah.
I like to be the learner. And I'm a learner no matter what. Like I literally love learning. But that is the seat that I'm more familiar with because I've been in that seat longer.
Yeah.
You know. So what ended up happening is when I went into some of those events, and what has happened for me when I went into those events, and like when I go into one of our events, it's like I know who I am. Let's go.
Yeah.
I know that I know my role, right? And then what I've done is I've lessened my identity going in there. And you know what happens when you lessen your identity? And I'm not saying that being in the audience makes you a lesser identity. I'm telling you that I lessened my identity.
Right.
Not because I'm in the audience, but because I lessened my identity.
You did that.
I did that.
Not the opportunity. Not where you were sitting in the crowd. You did that. Yeah,
I did that.
Yeah. That's ownership, though. We'll get on you for noticing.
But I did.
Dude. Yeah.
And I have. And do you know why? It's because I want to go in there and learn it. And in my mind, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, well, I don't want to be prideful. I want to learn. These guys they've done more than I want. But you can do that while maintaining your identity.
Dude, so good.
That's what's important.
So good.
And what's so crazy is I'm not shitting you, bro. The last call that I had with Ed, which is we didn't plan any of this. We don't even know. None of this we planned.
Yeah.
But the last call I had with Ed, he was talking about I can tell when somebody walks in the room. I can tell like that person has it. And I can relate to that because I feel like I can tell the same thing.
Yeah.
But do you know how you can tell if somebody has it? If they're living up to their identity. If they are being who they are.
Yeah.
And they're not downplaying themselves. So immediately I'm like, frickin' hey, dude, I know. And what's crazy is Ed spoke at Peak Partnership. So Ed sees me in this light at Peak as the one running the show. And then I'm at his event and he sees me lessen my identity. I know he did because he's a great read of energy. And I can only imagine what he's thought of then.
Sure.
But hindsight, me looking back, I'll tell you that helps me understand how to maximize him in the future.
Yeah. So, what would you have done different in that situation?
Every time I met Ed, saw Ed there.
I remember you telling me this. Yeah.
Hey, man, Tyler Deveraux. And he'd be like, yeah, I know. I would see him a little bit later. Hey, man, hey, what's up, man? Hey, Tyler Deveraux. Yeah, no, I know, bro. I thought he was being nice, right? And he is. Ed's super nice. But he did know. What the issue was is I didn't believe that he would remember.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So what was your question leading into that?
How do you prepare yourself to kind of shift those seats to be a learner?
To go in, still with being learning, but to go in and be like, yeah, you don't know my name? You should know my name.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't know who I am? This is my name.
Yeah.
And then when I tell you, knowing that I'm telling you with such confidence that you're going to remember me.
Yeah.
And if you don't, I'm not offended.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll tell you again.
Yeah.
But I'm also having the confidence that you're going to know who I am.
Right.
You're going to want to be friends. See,
Right.
my mindset was, God, I hope
Hope he remembers me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I come off good.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I battle the same shit that you battle. And you know what? They do too.
It's funny. You worry that you're going to come off good. You worry this, you worry that. But indeed, like in retrospect, you coming off good is just you being you and knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Like when I imagine when Ed says I can see somebody who has it, and when you say that, I imagine that means I can see somebody who knows what they want. I don't know. I don't know. Yes. I don't know what it is what they want, but I know that they know what they want,
and they believe they can get it.
And they believe that they can get it.
Bro. What you just said is huge, because that is what it is. Because I'll tell you, and this is just a fact. This is just a fact. This is truth, dude. When you go in there, this is like this learning lesson for me, right? When you go in there, see, I think a lot of us go in and it's like, okay, I'm going to, however the people, we'll just call them people, view me.
Is how I react.
That's not how it is.
No.
You go in and you determine how you want to be viewed and they react.
Exactly.
You determine how you want to be viewed and they react. Meaning you actually believe, they don't expect you to have it. They expect you to know that you can get it.
Dude, that's so good. Say that one more time.
They don't expect you to have it. They expect you to know and believe that you can get it.
Yeah, dude, so good.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what will set you apart. So do you go in there and do you cower like I have? Or do you elevate like you should? Right. And I should.
Dude, it's so good. I think that's like one of the biggest takeaways thus far from this episode is exactly that. before you go to these meetup opportunities, a way to maximize these meetup opportunities, these masterminds, is know what it is that you bring to the table there.
Yeah.
And knowing what it is that you want to get from there. Dude, so it's so good. It's so good. Anything else you want to add along that opportunity that you had there, and that like what you learned from that?
To just understand that you're going to hear this, you're going to learn this, you're going to take notes on this, and then you're going to go execute at a lower level than you should on this. Fact. You're going to go there and you're going to walk away. And if you are self-aware, you'll walk away and you will realize things that you missed out on, opportunities you didn't maximize, things you should have done different. And if you don't recognize those things, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So understanding understanding what you could do better, that doesn't diminish you. That actually is what will elevate you.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, so good. Even when it was a good experience, even when you could even mark it up as a win.
Yeah.
Right? This meetup opportunity went good. Dude, Brandy Somers yesterday on the Mindset Monthly call, he gave a really good example of even after you win, you got to go back and see what meat was left on the bone. You got to go back and see what's left on the bone, because there's still learning lessons to be had there, even when you do win.
And it's the only way that you'll keep winning.
Dude, that's such a good point. Such a good point. That's the only way that you keep winning.
Yep.
The way that he was talking about it, dude, I like, for whatever reason, the visual that I had in my head was I must have been hungry. I was hungry now that I think about it. Was instead of going back for the meat that was left on the bone, it's realizing that sometimes the leftovers are better. Sometimes mom's lasagna is better the next day after it's set up in the fridge and you're warming it up the next day. Even though you won the night before and you ate it, you got all the goodness from it the night before. Going back for that, a lot of the times is going to be better.
Because most people don't.
They don't. They mark it up as a win and they move on.
They move on, bro.
You go back and get the leftovers.
They move on, dude. I just got a message from. I love this. I'm just gonna read it to you. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Because I loved it, man. She said, I had actually missed the message. It got stuck somewhere. But her name's Cassidy, and Cassidy she'd come to my event in San Diego. Our event in San Diego. And so, Cassidy, if you're listening to this, shout out to you. Love this message. But this is what's powerful. The power is what's behind the message, okay? She says, thanks to the course these past few days. That took a tenor energy. Okay, transposing my notes today, and I can't believe how much information you provided us. You talked about integrity, and you only said the word integrity once all weekend, but I felt it the entire time. It's a value that we share, but it's value that we share. I'm neck deep in self-assigned tasks, but wanted to reach out. Like everyone else, you and yours are the team. You and yours are the team that I want to work with in the long run. I'm struggling to read.
You're crushing.
You're crushing. But she just essentially asked what else she could do. But the point was, she was taking time. This was on the day after the event. It's 3 days long. Those are some of the longest events that I've done that weekend.
Yeah.
And the next day, she's transposing her notes. She's reflecting back. She's finding the meat that she left on the bone.
That's so good.
She just spent 3 full days immersed. I got it. No. The meat left on the bone afterwards, that's the separator, dude. That's the separator, man.
Dude, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. A lot of people don't take that time, dude. It's a perfect example because a lot of people don't take that time to go back and go over their notes, organize their notes, and actually understand what they got out of stuff. Dude, that's so good.
Or just anything, period, like literally reflection back. But yeah, dude.
So good.
Yeah.
Ty, as we wrap up here, what has been for you, started obviously Peak Partnership, we can call Peak Partnership a mastermind and a meetup. Any of these events really that we do, you could call that. What has been the biggest takeaway for you being the organizer from doing these events?
We have done tons of events, man. So my biggest takeaway, there's a lot of things I don't talk about this a ton, and people probably don't even recognize this. But anytime I talk about this to anyone, people are like, holy shit. we've done over the past, just let this sink in for you, Ken. We've done over the past 3 years over 800 live events. Over 800 live events.
It's a lot of events.
Virtual events, a shit ton.
Man.
That's lots of events.
Quick math. You want me to quick math the virtual events?
Yeah.
Because if we're like, how many a week? It's a lot. It's a
Quick
lot.
math is a lot.
It's a lot. I can't even quick math it, dude. It's a lot.
It's a lot of events.
Yeah.
Live, virtual, lots of events. My biggest takeaway from being the host of the event, is what you said?
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway from being the host of the event is that I'm so grateful that I had the guts to pursue it and do it. See, because I don't know if we've talked about this, bro, but I never threw parties in high school. Have we talked about this?
Yeah. No, I know this. I know the story. Yeah, go ahead.
I never threw parties in high school.
Why?
It's not, I was popular. I had friends, lots of them.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing, bro. I was nervous nobody would show up.
I know. Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to throw a party where nobody shows up. Talking to Brittany about that, Brittany threw lots of parties. And Brittany's like response to that is like, what? No, you just throw the party and people will show up. People are waiting for someone to throw the party. I remember having this conversation with her when we decided to create the Multifamily Mindset. She's like, no, throw the party and people will show up.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for the people that I've surrounded myself with. You, everyone here, everyone in Orlando, partners that have been like, have instilled the confidence to throw the event. Okay. Now, being at these different events and meaning hosting the event and attending the events, the takeaway for me is actually very similar, which is I'm so grateful to be surrounded by my people. By my people. Because when I'm hosting an event, I'm throwing the event, it's attracting the people that I will attract, that we will attract.
Yeah.
Those are my people. When I'm at an event, well, for the most part, it's probably going to be because I'm attracted to that and these other people are because they're similar.
Right.
Right. And that's powerful because sometimes when you're pursuing growth, when you're pursuing something that's scary, when you're pursuing something that is just challenging, you feel alone. You ever feel like that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
A lot.
Yeah.
You feel alone. And when you realize and are able to put yourself in positions to realize you're not alone, that's powerful. Powerful. Community is a big deal. I've been researching a lot on video games. I haven't talked to you about this either, but a lot on video games.
Yeah.
And I'm not a gamer,
No.
but this is why I asked you that the other day.
You asked me the other day if
Yes.
I was. Yeah.
Because I'm researching. But what I'm researching is I was researching the most successful video game out there. This is coming full circle, I promise you, which is Minecraft, by the way. But I wanted to know the human psychology behind it. And there was 5 key elements. And I researched not just that one, I researched multiple other ones, but I wanted to sink it down, like key elements that made these games so successful. And one of them, and Minecraft is community. It was community because that provides this sense of belonging, but it also provides this sense of accountability. See, when you're accountable to the people that you feel like you belong with, there's a lot that can happen there. So I look at our network. I love our network, bro. We all love our network. Our network is the best network. I love these people. Dude, I'm so grateful for them because we can create education, but that's not what sets us apart, dude. It's the network.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how do you create that? I feel like we've been blessed with that. So
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And the network, even though I would like to think that and I'll speak personally, I have helped them elevate. I'll speak personally, they help me elevate every day. Every fucking day, dude. The message that dude, Rachel Oswalt sends a message the other day and says, hey, man, I just want to recognize you for the growth you've made this past year. And I was like, it meant the world to me. I was like, because most people just recognize it as I'm there to help them grow.
Sure.
They don't realize that I'm trying to grow.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
And the fact that somebody would and dude, Yannick and Marichelle have sent messages like that before too.
Yeah.
And it's always like, God, thank you. What? Thank you. You know, it like opens my eyes every time. And knowing that this community is here, like, I just need to elevate every day.
Yeah.
And it pushes me and drives me. And so I'm grateful for that, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's the biggest takeaway that you've gotten from all this is that you just need to be better for that. It's awesome, man. So as we wrap up right now, real quick, one last question. We do have a couple more minutes. How do you maintain these meetups? How do you maintain these groups, right? Like let's go from the attendee experience, because I think a lot of the people listening are going to be more of the attendee to go to these masterminds. How do you maintain that engagement and maintain that excitement post these meetups? Because those meetups, when you meet people at these masterminds, it's a lot of energy. Everybody's buzzing on the same vibration, so everybody's like, it's a lot of energy. Everybody's there to grow and be better, but then everybody goes their own way, and that impactful energy isn't quite there anymore. So yeah, dude, how do you continue that post?
Instead of hoping that somebody will provide that energy to you post-event, make sure that you're the one that provides that energy post-event. See, so many people sit back and wait and hope that other people will be bringing that energy, that they can feel it again.
Yeah.
But it's a reminder that you can help other people feel it. And I'll promise you, when you help other people feel it,
Oh, you can't not.
yeah,
You can't not feel it.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Period.
Uh-huh.
So how do you maintain it? First off, you're consistent with who you are. So be consistent. One of the quickest ways to eliminate trust in relationships is to not be consistent. Be consistent. And the other one is be aware of your energy that you bring to the table. Be aware of it and be willing to share it all the time. All the time. Share it. Be the source of energy instead of just the recipient of. Right?
So good. Ty, so good. Let's wrap up with a Hawaiian value today. This is a really I'm really excited for this one. Go ahead.
Because my question to you is what do you do there? Because you crush at those events, dude. What do you do? What's your approach? What's your thought?
When I go to meetups, when I go to masterminds, I take that time. I really do. It might be a different approach than kind of what we're talking about today, but I call it the Mother Teresa approach. And my objective is to leave everybody better than I met them. Leave everybody better than I had a contact. Whether that's a quick conversation, whether that's they're in search of something that I can provide for them, or not. Maybe it's somebody else can provide it for them. The Mother Teresa approach, leaving them in a better position than they were when we started talking.
Or not. First off, I love this. I never know that you call it that.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's Mother Teresa's big thing, right? Like you always left everybody better than they were when she first came in contact with them. That was her big thing.
What's cool though is you said or not. Something that I can connect them with, help them with, or not. Because I've never thought of it that way. If I'm talking to somebody and I know that, I just know, I'm not going to be of value to them.
Yeah.
They're not going to be of value to me. Whatever. It's the most valuable thing you can do is let them go talk to different people.
Yeah. Cut it off or refer them over.
Yeah.
Refer them over. That's what I mean by or not. Oh, shoot. I'm not sure I can answer that question for you, but let's go grab so-and-so who can.
That's so good,
They
dude.
may have a connect for you.
That's so good. You want to know why I love going to events with you, Strat, Nico, the Hawaiian office? It's because, dude, you guys elevate me the whole time.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
You leave me in a better place.
Likewise. I mean, I think we all do it for each other for sure.
But and I definitely hope so, but because it comes full circle though.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what it is. It's not a competition. There's no competition. It's like, dude, when you go refer somebody over, being a connector is one of the most valuable things you can do.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That's what I learned from Rory Vaden. Going to Rory Vaden's event, that mastermind that I did with him, my biggest takeaway, literally, you asked the biggest takeaway from that event, he has this thing called a relationship matrix. And he showed this whole spreadsheet of ways he can connect people and then people that he would like to connect. And then it's a matrix where he combines like, okay, I'm going to connect them to these people here with this opportunity. And he is intentional with anybody that's on this list, that he intentionally puts these people on this list. He wants to make sure that he connects them in as many ways as possible. And he literally tracks it. and how he's connected them. Do you want to know how we got connected to David Goggins for Peak? Rory Vaden.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know how we got connected to Jamie Kern-Lima? Rory Vaden. You want to know how we got connected to Jim Quick? Rory Vaden. He is a connector. He's the ultimate connector. And dude, I'm so grateful for him.
Yeah.
So grateful for him. And yeah, just grateful for him. Yeah.
Bro, and but that's such a such a valuable way that you can give value at going to these meetups and going to these masterminds. It's such a great way to maintain that. When you do that for somebody, when you have that in mind, like how am I going to serve this person? How am I going to leave them in a better spot? It's, for me, I can't speak for everybody. It makes it a lot easier for me to remember them.
Yeah.
Because I'm having an actual conversation with them. And it's a present, honest, authentic conversation. We talked about that last episode, right? It's just being there with them right then. It's much easier to like have that be a mark on your soul.
Yeah.
From those in
That's
those
a
situations.
great point.
Yeah.
I've never thought of it like that either, dude.
Yeah.
I've never thought of it like that.
But when you do that, it's a lot easier to follow up.
Yeah.
Hey, I couldn't provide that. It's just a lot easier for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, the Hawaiian value, bro. Go ahead and pronounce it.
Nope, this one's you. I did last week's.
It's He Pili Wahena Ole. Ole sounds Spanish. I don't think that's right. It's correct. He Pili Wahena Ole. Woo.
Got it.
The meaning is a relationship that can't be undone. A relationship that can't be undone. Also found on my little girl Marley's first grade door that her teacher has on there. And a relationship that can't be undone. How do you create a relationship that can't be undone? Well, you don't go surface level. You go deep. Masterminds are meant for that. And how can you also build a relationship that can't be undone? Well, because you have those friends, right? You have those friends where you haven't seen them forever, and you could see them right now today, and you pick up right where you left off.
Yeah.
Johnny Welsh, one of my buddies, came to one of our events, him and his wife, and I hadn't seen him forever. For a long time, dude. He's one of my best buddies in high school. He's like, dude, one of my top, like literally 3 or 4 best buddies in high school.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen him for a long time, dude. And we picked up that fast. You want to know why? Because we went through high school together. Lots of deep connection that happens then.
Growing there,
You're
for sure.
growing.
Yeah.
That is it, bro.
That's
growing.
It. Yeah, that's it.
You're growing so much during that span. These people, I served a 2-year church mission. And I'm going this month. I don't know when this will drop. They probably don't listen to the podcast either, these dickheads. But we're surprising one of my buddies for his 40th birthday to go play golf. And we will pick up that fast. Why? Because we grew so much together. It's growth. And when you're in the room with people where you share this sense of belonging, your people that you're growing together, you'll never forget those relationships.
Nope. So good, dude. So looking at those mentorship and meetup opportunities as opportunities to grow with others.
Yeah. Life's about connection.
Yeah, and that's like the easiest, most meaningful way to connect with somebody is to grow with them.
Yeah.
Help them, help you, whatever it is, grow with them. So good, man.
Yeah, I believe that life is literally all about human connection. Like, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And do you know how you connect with people? You overcome challenges together. You grow together. That's synonymous with growth, right? And then fulfillment's found 2 ways, growing and giving. So you grow so you're in a better position to give, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you should be doing at any of these meetups you go to, growing and giving.
So good.
So go and do those things. And listen, man, speaking of giving, if you found value here from this episode, go give, go share. And man, tag us in it so we can see them. I want to see them. We want to know. And leave us a review, man. Leave us a comment on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube, wherever.
If you're watching on YouTube, how many fingers am I holding up? Maybe I'll send you a gift.
Hey, cut that one
In
out.
the
I
comments.
flipped the bird to the camera, but cut that one out and do Jackson's piece.
Well, now they know how many if they're listening, Tyler. The idea is to get them to go to the...
Shit. Cut that part out and then put Jackson, hold up how many fingers?
New number.
Okay.
Comment. How many fingers was I holding up?
And then always, damn it, always, live always with aloha.
Peace.
Multifamily Mindset
Podcast. Think bigger.